So let me share with you my experience of Vietnam. This is our second trip to Vietnam. We did around 15 years ago our first trip to Vietnam, and this is our second one. That time we had done Halong Bay when Halong was not that well merchandised and marketed. It was a new destination but very beautiful. Now of course there's a lot of marketing around Halong. So let me tell you, so we came on 14th morning and today is 29th. We are leaving 15 days of extremely well planned, structured. We have done whole of Vietnam, around 3,500 to 4,000 kilometers on the road with a car and driver. Our driver Try has been very good and helpful. Initial few days there was a little bit of language hiccup, but once we got over it through Google Translate, it was extremely good. So what did we do essentially? We landed in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and we did whole of south from Saigon, Ho Chi Minh to Nha Trang, Mui Ne, Nha Trang. Then from Nha Trang we drove down to Da Nang, Da Nang to Hoi An, Hoi An to My Son, My Son to Hue City, and from Hue City in Vinh City. Then from Vinh City we went to Ninh Binh, and from Ninh Binh we drove to Hanoi. We stayed for a night in the city center. Then from there we went to Sapa, Sapa which is the northernmost territory, China border. Then from Sapa we went to the peak, which is the highest peak in the Indo-China summit. And then we came back to Hanoi, Hanoi city, and then we stayed outside Hanoi in this golf resort, Wyndham Golf Resort. This is around 55 kilometers outside. Thankfully we had a car and driver, so we could enjoy the city and come back, and today we are flying back. So in terms of highlights in Vietnam, what are some of the few things? For me, the best place I liked was Sapa. Okay, outstanding. In fact, we were originally supposed to do 2 days. We extended it 1 day based on recommendation by Upasana. And we stayed in a fantastic resort there called Lady Hill Resort. It's a new resort, I think not yet formally launched, opened, and we really had a great time. So Lady Hill is a real recommendation, Sapa is a real recommendation. It's like a hill station, a Kalimpong or a Ooty, Kodai equivalent. So that is one place we really liked. Other place we liked is called Mui Ne and Nha Trang. These are two places on the southern side on the coast. In fact, I did not know, but Nha Trang apparently has a fantastic marina. And next time when we do Vietnam, we will actually do a yacht across the whole coast. It has a 2,000 kilometer or more coast. You can do a yacht trip. So Nha Trang has a very new marina called Ana Marina. It's a new marina, possibly one of the largest marinas in this part of Asia. That is another discovery and we must do. So Mui Ne and Nha Trang are both like the coastline of a Kerala or a Goa or a Karwar. Very nice, good quality coastal food, very peaceful. So that is one place we liked. So far as Hoi An is concerned, it is like any marketplace, well merchandised. In the evening it looks well. But guys, don't miss out on the old historical and archaeological remains of My Son. My Son is essentially the old Champaka dynasty, as they call the Hindu dynasty, and there the remains are as big as that what you see in Borobudur or Angkor Wat. This is not that well marketed by many of the travel agents, but this is a must see. In fact, 2 years ago, Mr. Harish, who was our ambassador from India and incidentally also my batchmate, he was the ambassador of India to Vietnam, and he, with his rigor and with all his enthusiasm and passion, ensured that ASI actually participates and helps in the reconstruction and rebuilding of this archaeological site. ASI participated with the Vietnam government and it is rebuilt, and it's really an outstanding historical place to visit. So don't miss out on My Son, that is my recommendation. Hue City is another place which is worth going. Da Nang is like a nice capital. You will find a lot of hotels and a lot of city entertainment, and we stayed in one of the hotels called Muang Thong, which is the highest view. I think we were on 40th floor, great view. There is a nice place called Sun Peninsula, and if you have a car you can go around. So Da Nang is also good as a city place, but for me, Hoi An Resort we stayed in, Hoi An Beach Resort. Quite nice, like any other beach, frankly. It has the backwaters of Kerala also. So one side of the resort is backwaters and the other side is the beach. So these are some of the highlights. Frankly, I did not like Hanoi and Saigon city too much. It is like any other large metro. People who come from Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, we are used to these large cities. Only difference is that they have maintained some of these old historical things like the French Quarter or the old quarters. They have maintained. Some parts are extremely touristy and you feel like you are in a tourist trap. For people who have non-veg, this place is not a problem. You will have enough to eat. But people who are picky and a little bit only veg, there you might have a problem in some parts. But a lot of places are nowadays having vegan cafe. People are overall hospitable, though language is a big issue. English is not that easy for them. So except once you go beyond the cities, language is the issue. So be a little careful. Google Translate is a must. Of course, in terms of currency, this is a cheaper place than Bombay, cheaper place than possibly many parts of India. So I don't think in terms of spending you can do easily. It's cheap. Everywhere you will see there's a lot of massage parlors you will see. Food is okay, easy to find. Do the museums of Hanoi. One museum which is recommended is called the Ethnology Museum, which is about people of Vietnam. It is not one tribe. So you will get to know, and I definitely recommend that if you get a chance, stay at the Wyndham Sky Lake Resort and Villa. This is around 50 kilometers away from Hanoi. You must have a lot of time to spend. There is fishing, angling possible. There's a lake on one side, there's a golf green on the other side, and if you're a golfer, it's a great place. And this is essentially upmarket family and place. So on Sundays, we are on a Sunday right now, you will see people. Weekdays, there are not too many people who come from Hanoi. This is not for the tourists, this is for the upscale local people, and there are a lot of Korean and Japanese golfers who come. So this is our last day here. Overall nice trip to Vietnam, all of us, and thank you Upasana for giving suggestions. Thank you Sumita, and I think it was a good family trip for us, and it's an easy place to come. Visa you can do $25, so you can just apply. It takes 3-4 days. Everything can happen online. But yes, language, be a little careful. English is not always understood. Food is easy. I would suggest always have a car and driver at your disposal. That gives you the comfort of seeing the country. If you want to see the country, you have to go under the skin, visit each place and see how it is different. The drive actually from Nha Trang upwards to Hoi An was outstanding on the coast. In fact, it reminded us of the coast of Antalya in Turkey, Mediterranean. Real blue turquoise. So thank you guys. Enjoy Vietnam. If you need to know anything more, Peshwa here, contact me and do subscribe to my channel. Bye.